Okay, all right. What's up, everybody? JSG here. So I want to take a little behind the scenes of what we're doing with our live streaming. So right now, today, we're up in Newport, Rhode Island at a place called Belle Mer. So we are streaming their ceremony, and then we're going to reset in the main ballroom, and then we're going to set up a little time before the guests come in, where our newlyweds are going to sit down and chat with all the guests in Zoom that can't make it to the wedding. And then from there, we're going to set things up to capture the introductions, the first dance, parents' dances, and their toast. So that's all going to be live streamed to a lot of guests who couldn't make it, whether they're traveling or because of what's going on with the COVID rules and all the other stuff there. So just to give you behind the scenes of what we're doing, first and foremost, we always try and get a hardwire internet signal. Today was super tricky. This building is really, really big. So their main router is like 2 buildings over. They have a jumper router, which we found, which is up in the ceiling. So we ran about 300 feet of cable. And then over on this end is the station over here. So give you a heads up of what we're doing on this side before I give you all the details is we set up a portable station. Normally we would do it outside and move it inside. The weather's looking a little iffy, so we have it right here on the very edge, and then we ran our cameras out onto the lawn. When we do a live stream, what we like to do is try and do 2 cameras. We'll do a short lens and a long lens so we can capture everyone coming all the way down, and then we slide the cameras over and get a nice tight view of the ceremony as it happens so everyone can see it. In terms of you, if you're on Zoom and watching all this, we usually try and open up the feed about a half hour before the ceremony starts, because that's usually when people are checking in. And in this particular case, we're running a slideshow. So our couple gave us a bunch of pictures, and we have them looping over there so the guests kind of get to see that. And then about 20 minutes-ish before ceremony is going to start, we'll open up the camera so anyone on Zoom can kind of see these beautiful grounds and the sailboats going by, and maybe some pictures happening and the finishing touches that's going on outside for the ceremony. While that's happening too, they get to hear the actual background music that your DJ or band will be playing as the guests are coming in. And then we also have everything mic'd up, so during the ceremony, if you're on the Zoom call, you'll get to hear the officiant or whoever's taking care of the ceremony. You get to hear the vows, you get to hear the whole crowd clapping and cheering.
You may now seal this declaration and kiss your bride.
And then from there, depending on what you do with the package, we might reset there and show off the first dance and the introductions and parents' dances, any special moments or toast that might be going on. This is the Birdman right now, so just give you an idea of what's happening. So right now, as guests are checking into the Zoom, which we have the Zoom call right there, Bird is actually inviting everyone in there as they come into the waiting room. We're gonna make sure that all their mics are muted so they can see what's going on, but they won't have any audio that feeds through. So while they come on through there, what they're watching right now is this slideshow, which I mentioned. Sometimes it may be a slideshow, sometimes it may just be a splash screen. I'm just gonna tilt it down here. We might have something like just like a graphic up there on there. That stuff we'll discuss with you guys. And then from here, we're gonna use the chat window. So I'm gonna turn this around really quick. So what we do with the chat window, which I think is cool, like I like that the guests can come in and they can see what's going on, but why not have them do more than that? So we try and encourage them to have some fun in the chat room, talk with each other. As we get closer to the start of the ceremony, what I like to do is use my my background microphone that only they can hear, but the guests actual at the venue can't hear it. I'll go on there and tell them that, hey guys, make sure you turn your cameras on so everyone can see each other. We're recording you guys as well. And then this way we try and get a little interactivity going on. Now, while all of this is happening, we're recording it from the second we start. So at the very end of the ceremony and or the reception or toast, whatever we're doing, we send a copy of all this stuff that happens to the newlyweds. So this way they can kind of see it, because obviously they're getting married and they don't know what's going on afterwards. And also what we like to do is record the chat room in the Zoom. So this way they can see what everyone was talking about, and maybe they can use that and take some time to respond. So these are the couple of options that we do for the live streaming. All right, so now that we're outside, we have a live feed coming from the DJ's music, so that's going inside there. Also, what we like to do is try and capture the DJ's microphone, and as a backup, we run a little microphone right on here. So we have 2 mics. Let me cut around there. So this way, we have 2 mics going on. Sometimes when they're doing vows, either the bride or the groom and the groom, or the bride or the groom, or whoever's getting married, sometimes one of them's a little softer than the other. So we have that second mic, so we can boost it up so everyone on the Zoom call can hear what's going on. So I know it's a lot of information. That's kind of what we do in terms of live streaming. But of course, any questions, you can always hit us up about that. We have a bunch of different versions of how we run the live streaming, but that's our behind the scenes.
SCE Event Group.